I was recently given a small table, and instead of fixing it, I decided to tear it apart completely and turn the pieces into 3 different pieces of decor. I start by taking the top piece that I'm assuming would have had a piece of glass in it, and I take the back strapping out of it, and then I'm going to take some pellet board and trace this shape onto my wood and cut them out. After I cut them to the shape I want, I went ahead and sanded them smooth with my grinder to fit them right into my frame. And then I went ahead and sanded them smooth, and then I gave them a light coat of paint. The frame itself, I ended up painting it 2 solid coats of the off-white. After all my pieces were dry, I turned my frame around and took some glue. Since my bottle has broken, I ended up putting it on with my finger. And then I just went ahead and placed my wood pieces into my frame. I had planned on stapling it in, or maybe even using my brad nailer to nail it in, but my frame is too thin at the edge there, so I decided I'm just going to take a piece of wood on the back side and put some fabric from the front so I won't damage the frame, and then I just clamped it down to keep it from falling out while it's drying. I have been saving up some different pieces of hardware that I will be using for these projects. So on this one here, I'm just going to take a couple of them and place them on top and screw them on, and this I will use to hang a wreath on. I love how this turned out. Absolutely love it. I thought this was my favorite though, but it turns out the one I did all the way at the end is my absolute favorite. For the second project, I am taking what would have been the tabletop and just taking the wood pieces from the back side and hammering them off. I sanded the bottom side smooth and then flipped it over and took the finish completely off to the bare wood. I decided to turn this piece of wood into a big tray. So I flipped it over and I put some chunky feet on it. And these were just pieces that I had left over from a previous project. I didn't notice this at first, but I glued my feet on upside down, or at least to me they looked upside down. I ended up liking it the way it is anyways, but just seeing the video again, I'm like, I wish I had turned them the other way. Here I'm taking more of those pieces of hardware that I had saved up, and I'm just going to use them kind of like handles. I just went ahead and pre-drilled some holes on each end and then attached both pieces to my tray. And then to finish the tray off, I'm just hot gluing some velvet to the bottom of my feet. And to start my last project here, I just went ahead and sanded the legs down, cleaning off the shine and some of that finish. And then to darken the pieces, I just added some stain to bring some of that color back. A small lamp that I'm going to tear apart. I'm going to use the bottom piece for a base for one of my wreath hangers. For the other ones, I'm going to use these wood slices that I had cut off from a previous project. And if you're interested, I will link that in the description box below. For the first one here, I'm going to pre-drill my hole so that I can attach the bottom piece of the lamp to my wreath hanger as a stand. I love the gold touch that this brings to this piece, so I decided to go with the theme and put a gold hook on the top end of this to hang a wreath. And then I took a wooden drawer handle and glued it onto the top and then attached it with my brad nailer. For the other wreath hangers that I was preparing, they just needed a wooden base, so I didn't have to pre-drill a hole. I just went ahead and glued the base onto the bottom and then attached it with my brad nailer. I had a couple of pieces of hardware left that I'm going to be adding to the other pieces, just to put on the top, and this will serve as a handle or a hook for my wreath, or even a picture frame. Like I said before, this ended up being my absolute favorite project out of all three. So let me know, which one do you like best? I absolutely love how they're all different. I was going to make a couple of them to sell, but now I'm not sure which one I'm keeping. I ended up loving all of them. So yes, thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate you. Have a blessed day.